I just remembered I hadn't checked out the traits for this species either. It might be worthwhile checking out to see if I want to conquer them and use them later on. So they're tundra preference, we knew that. They're non-adaptive like us. They're conformist, so that is less ethics divergence. I quite like that trait actually. Resilience, that's defense against planetary invasion. I don't usually like that unless they're using those troops for armies. And they're nomadic, which is not bad either. To be honest, those traits, I mean, maybe they're okay. Not sure what I could do with them, to be honest. Right, let's get going again anyway. Okay, let's figure out where that is. That populace has to go over to there. Oh, I need to activate that. Stick another Corvette on the list here. When do I get that? 19 months it's down to now, so still quite a long amount away. They've got a constructor down there though. There's almost definitely empires around here somewhere. It's just a case of when I want to find out about them. So I haven't figured out if I want to do a bit more exploration or not. I know there's not any more primitives in this area. I think I might do some exploration down here though. So let's take out one of these. And I'll bring it down to some stars down here. The thing is, if there are primitives over here, I'm not easily gonna have the influence to go and grab them anyway, because it's gonna be really far away. But yeah, I'll go down a bit with that. Once I've built up a decent fleet, I can actually take out that for the probe and that though, so that's gonna be important. Okay. There are some buildings I would quite like to make at the moment, but still concentrating on getting this Corvettes up. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pretty much hit the cap. The maintenance for ships, minus 7.12 supposedly. But a lot of that, well that's 5 maintenance just for those. I think the combat ships shouldn't be that much. Right, that guy went up a level. Nothing new within my borders still, sadly. Right, we found something here though. Yurt's colony ship. The partial remains of an ancient Yurt starship have been found in high orbits over Kiftar 4. An initial analysis conducted by the Foul Saw indicates that the vessel may have served as a colony ship. Even cruiser-sized Yurt ships were typically crewed by only 1 or 2 individuals, given the immense size of their bodies, but this hulk has more than a dozen cryopods attached, each containing withered exoskeletons from what must have been Yurt colonists. Curious.
Situation log updated.
Okay. I do actually have the skill to do that as well, so I think I will, and it doesn't cost me any science, so there's no downside at all really, I think, from doing that. Although it means I can't get this guy out for a while and doing something else, I guess.
Construction complete.
Right, Corvette finished at some point, I hadn't realised. Maybe just then actually.
System survey complete.
Okay, Boralix has been surveyed, but it's not within my territory, so it wasn't that important to do yet. Where to next? I am very tempted to get an outpost over here very soon. I think for the time being, let's find out actually what's over here then. So let's survey that one. I mean, if there's already a lot of resources there, very good resources, if there's even more over here. tempt me, then yeah, it's going to increase my reasons. So, looks like a population point was done there, but he wants to emigrate. Let's activate that though, for the time being.
Construction complete.
Okay, research station was done there, and I think he's going to get the minerals next. So, all of a sudden, engineering is looking pretty nice. Hoping for robots after this. I'll be upgrading my fleet as well once I get that missile tech. Could wait for that a minute. Well, probably won't.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Right, how the hell have I run into something here? Ancient Mineral Processing Hub. The first murder has encountered a significant ancient mining drone presence in a NODOC system. It appears to be a major mining and mineral processing hub, perhaps the last of its kind in the galaxy. Sure is. Let us see what we can learn from it. I think I should pick that one. That looks like a dead-end option.
Situation
I don't know why they
updated.
bother giving people a dead-end option, to be honest. So, if I want to learn about that, it's going to cost a lot in engineering tech, and I don't really want to do that yet, so it's going to wait. So, I must have not come to this system before, I think. I hadn't realised that. So yeah, it looks like the processing hub. So I think I've just lost that ship. I'm going to have to be more careful if I want to come down here in the future. Not even sure I should have moved down here, honestly, because even if it was primitives, I'm not sure I could take them yet, realistically. Without causing more border friction, which I don't want to do, and costing me a ton of influence.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Yeah, so I lost that. Let's stick another Corvette in the list there. So these guys were Tundra, weren't they? I may even want to conquer these guys and purge them. If I were to purge them, it would cause a lot of diplomatic issues if I had found other empires. So yeah, maybe I should wait a bit. Could even build up a military and go after him. The thing is though, if we take a look here, well, I can't actually see. They closed the borders as well, didn't they? I thought they did. So I'm not sure how I... Oh, it's not within their territory actually. Yeah, I think their starport was at least 1 point something K. Maybe even 1.7 K if I'm remembering correctly. So my fleet is miles away from being able to get that. Take that out. Right, completed a mining station there. Money's getting a bit iffy, but I think I shall continue when I have enough minerals.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's get some Corvettes out.
Special project complete.
Okay, archaeological project completed. Most of the remains of the derelict Yurt colony ship that orbits Kifitar 4 are in poor condition, but our archaeologists managed to recover the vessel's sublight engines. The Yurt never breached the light barrier, depending instead on cryotechnology and 1,000-year-long natural lifespans to spread their empire across the stars. An interesting find. Astrophysics research. Okay. Yeah, that didn't actually give any experience. So what was... there's a couple of things here. Let's do that. At least one.
Construction
I
complete.
think I might have done one of those. Mining station. Where? Oh, that was the minerals. Nice. And spaceport completed. Another Corvette. This constructor's done its job pretty much. I wouldn't mind picking up that physics though, to be honest. It's orbit there, and when I got enough minerals I might grab that. There's no more physics within my territory, I'm short on society as well actually. We'll be getting science up on my planets eventually, but don't have the population really yet. I think let's get the science ship out as well. Let's go and survey that as well. Let's find out about this area. 22 is my soft cap. If you go beyond that, which you can do, it just costs you more money in effect. Maybe more minerals as well, I'm 100% sure.
Construction complete.
Yeah, let's grab that physics. Okay.
Construction complete.
Money's getting low and I don't really have many energy sources, do I? Apart from on planet.
Construction complete.
Okay. What's that? That's food I think I made. Okay, could do with another food tile there.
Research complete.
Right. Let's make... Yeah, if I were to switch this guy over, let's show it to you. Yeah, it's minus 20% off food, so it is definitely worthwhile doing it. It just takes a long time to do it. Let's get back there for the happiness. Research. Fusion missiles we finally got. I want robots, don't I? And powered exoskeletons is actually the prerequisite for it. So you can see there it mentions the robotic path. They actually need to add more of these lock symbols on for certain things. I'm going to be mentioning more about that later on. But for now, that's definitely what I'm going to be picking up. Let's take a look at our ship designs there. Corvettes. Let's change these to fusion missiles. The difference is 2.09 average damage to 1.81. I think that's probably about it. Actually, that has a bit of evasion as well on the missiles against point defense. Probably costs more power, I imagine. Yep, so I am going to have to stick that there. Now you can have more power than you actually need, and it does actually increase things like damage. You can see the excess power, but the cost goes up a lot and I can't really afford it, so I just keep it to that. And I can, maybe should upgrade those at some point, so I'll stick that on. Might have to save minerals for a bit. But that's looking a decent fleet now, and I'm going to be going after that soon, and maybe even that.
Construction complete.
Might even hire an admiral. Spaceport in Erie says it finished something.
System survey complete.
Okay, there's 5 physics there. Doesn't surprise me, it's often the case with black holes. So that, yeah, it's really giving me reason to stick Outpost over there, isn't it? Definitely. We do get that influence tech coming up. I think I can afford it.
Special project complete.
Okay, another probe collected. So there's one there, I think, and there's one there, which I'm not going to get for ages. Okay, that's 0%. Let's go and grab that. Although this is on, it won't start until it's got enough minerals. It hasn't yet.
Construction complete.
Okay. Research station, extra physics. Let's get there. Right, that's actually underway. Good.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Okay, brilliant. So, how many? I need 3 more corvettes, and I think I'll get them out then. Let's take a look at the leader screen. Anyone decent here? These change actually. So there's cautious weapon range, which for missiles is actually probably a pretty good leader. There's gale speed, extra evasion. I also like that. It's a pretty nice option. Decent chance I'll be hiring someone there then. Let's take a look at the scientists. Oh wow, that scientist I would definitely want, but he's quite old. That's the issue. Our scientists, if I highlight that, you can see the average age is normally 72. That's actually 97 because he has a resilient trait though. The one downside with this species actually is that we're not going to be able to get particularly amazing leaders, because if I come into the policies, because we're xenophobic, we are not going to want to allow other people to have leadership, and I didn't pick leadership traits. I have played recently with a species that focus on leadership traits, and they're pretty fun to play, but the issues with the sector management meant I couldn't really do that for this Let's Play. Until they fix the AI problems. Right, so new population here. I've picked up all the food tiles. Let's stick that on that mineral tile for the time being, I think, and maybe I'll start on energy or science after that. There's a lot of engineering here actually. I'm wondering if because we picked missile weapons, do we get more engineering near us? I think that might be the case actually. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but that does seem to be often a thing depending on what weapon selection you go for. There's more of that science type. I probably am imagining it. Rebellion issues as well, if you want me to let you know what's going on there. It's going up a small amount. That will increase actually over time probably. The more population it gets on there. It's in mainly in comparison with how many loyalists you have and how many of malcontents you have on a planet. Percentage amount, I think. Right, so I've actually got a bit of minerals all of a sudden. I hadn't realised. Let's get some more corvettes on a go. This is based by your starport's population in the main. So it actually gives you a reason to upgrade your starports all the way up to this in all circumstances, because it increases your naval capacity. Not sure if that was always the case in previous patches, but it is now.
Construction complete.
Ale Prime finished the farm, is it? So how are we growing here? Pretty decently.
System survey complete.
Okay, where is that to? Right, let's get more minerals. I am gonna start to save up for a outpost for there. It's gotta be a good idea to stick an outpost here. Prevent those guys from getting up here, and get a friggin' huge amount of resources. I should get all 5 of those systems, I think. Not definite, but good chance of it. So certainly want to get more and more territory the bigger your borders get. Okay, so let's bring a constructor down there and save up for a couple of months.
Anomaly found.
Let's leave that be for now. We found a Yurt cruiser. The remains of a Yurt cruiser have been found in orbit around Aswiri 5. It seems to have fallen victim to weapons fire, but given the extreme age of the Hulk, it is difficult to be certain. There is no indication that the ship was ever equipped with an FDL drive. It must have travelled between the stars at sublight speeds, we knew. that already.
Situation
About that
log
species,
updated.
didn't we? How many of those have we got now? Oh, there's that's research. I guess I will do that. Still waiting on doing these, more than likely. Could do that coming up, but I'm going to finish that first. Right, let's do that there. And yeah, it's only 395 still. Okay.
System survey complete.
Okay, Yeoman system fully surveyed. Right, that one. These don't have a lot to do at the moment then, so let's just bring them back to home. I'm at the point where I'm thinking about exploring up here now. I don't think I'm at the point where I want to turn over anything to a sector quite yet. But yeah, I might want to explore a bit more. Actually, that one I could turn over to sector pretty soon. I'm gonna run out of tiles without tile clearers. Could do with getting more society, definitely. I think I will shortly.
Construction complete.
Society is the tech I probably need the most, and I've got the least of it. So, spaceport and Erie, finished. Probably another Corvette, is it? This constructor ship, let's get down to here. I need 200. Right, got it. It's costing me a lot of influence, and an influence per turn it's going to cost, but all of those resources I think is worthwhile, at least temporarily. That is a Arctic world. I'm not going to be able to colonize that anytime soon. Starting to lose a bit of money, which definitely isn't good, but I should be able to do something about it soon, hopefully. Right, one more Corvette. When's computers come in? 14 months. I think I will attack that before I get computers, and I might wait on the computer to attack that. Right. Ooh, okay. There is another empire down here. These are the Lol Endra Confederation. Interesting. And they are a blob with tentacles. They are Ruta explorers, Fanatic materialists, but they're individualists, so probably won't be able to get along too well with these. Definite scum. First alien encounter. Well, this is weird. That's definitely not the case, but we didn't get a pop-up for these guys before, did we? So there's a small bug going on there somewhere. I'll read this anyway. So the news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has shaken our society to the core. Leaked footage of these bizarre creatures is spreading through media outlets across the Federated Octave Worlds League, and many citizens have been gripped by panic. Rioting has been reported in several cities on Erie. The strange Xenos appear to have achieved a level of technology similar to our own, and they are clearly spacefaring. Whether they regard our great species with fear, hatred, or cold indifference is anyone's guess. We should assume the worst. Now, that was saying the first alien species I've encountered. Those guys are pre-sentient, primitives. That empire, not exactly the first, and creatures. Let's take a look in here then. So currently, we're at -5 relations. We get +2 for new contact, which is more than those guys. Yeah, so we should be able to get on okay actually with these, for the time being at least. And I may give them a research treaty to build up our trust. I can maybe even get them on my side to attack those guys later on. Both of these superior on tech, which is no surprise, is hard difficulty to get a 50% yield bonus. So let's offer that, and in return I think I'll take some energy off you if you've got some. Okay, confirm. Right, and let's get going again. So they accepted that. Start to build up some trust. They trust them out as well, if you're wondering. Let's take a look at this. It's 0.1 per month, which is a dreadful amount. It's going to take forever to build up any trust at that amount, but something's better than none, I guess.
Construction
I have to get
complete.
relations up a bit to have a chance of non-aggression. Sadly though, these guys have already declared me as rivals, which is a pain, because I don't really want a rival yet. So, what can I do against them? Luckily they only have a couple of worlds, they aren't going to have many ships. They might be able to colonize down here. I'd be surprised if they can get over here yet, which is good for me. So I doubt they're going to be too strong. So the question is, do I rival them back or not? If I were to do this, I actually would gain influence. The reasons for not doing it are, hopefully after 10 years they would drop the rivalry. I don't know if there's much chance of that happening though. So, I wouldn't mind the extra influence, I am going to confirm that. Because we're xenophobic, I actually gain another rival slot, I believe. So I could have 4 rivals, and I could rival these guys as well, but I don't think that's maybe a great idea. I should try and have someone who doesn't want to kill me next to me. Okay, so let's get going again, I think, in a second. But first, let's get my fleet out. I think I'll get them down here. Let's take out that ship next to the probe. I'm sure there's something I should be doing as well. Actually, I want to get that society up in a second. So let's get that over to there. I'm gonna have to figure out what money tiles I'm using on some of these worlds. I definitely need some money. There is a lot of money there though. I can actually grab that very soon once the outpost is finished. Okay, scientist. It's finished. What planet type do these guys like anyway? They're intelligent with an Arctic preference. That is Arctic. They are going to want that. So yeah, getting that outpost up is a very good idea. I might be able to make use out of those guys as well, I think. Don't like them being individualists, but intelligent. Well, having said that, with the bug on the sectors, no, they're not going to be any use to me. I can only really use alien life forms for food or production. If I used them, I would have to enslave them more than likely, and that reduces science by about 75%, so they wouldn't be any good, sadly, with the way things are.
Special project complete.
Okay, my species is better at science anyway, really. Archaeology, project completed. The archaeologists investigating a derelict Yurt cruiser above Azwari 5 have transmitted their reports. There are 2 large cryo chambers in the cruiser's midsection designed to house 1 Yurt in each in suspended animation. Given the massive size of Yurt individuals, this was apparently the standard crew complement on vessels of this size.